Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So tonight we will be playing the Manatraders Legacy event, where we will attempt to qualify for the Swiss rounds. As you can see, we need 7 wins before we get 3 losses. So we will see. We need a 70% win percentage in our 10 matches, but we're definitely not doing 10 matches tonight. We will stream for about 2 hours, see how many matches we can get in those 2 hours. So that's what we are going to be doing, what we're playing. I got this screen up so I can show you how the entry and everything works, in case you're interested. What we are going to be playing is our mono green cloud post. It's my go-to deck. And it's something we played on stream several times, and so we'll just go over it really quick. We got Once Upon a Time as our turn 0 play. It's a good way to find any of our lands. What we're trying to do is get the Cloud Posts and Glimmer Posts onto the battlefield so we can really, turbo out our Eldrazi Titans over here. We have Green Sun Zenith to get our Primeval Titan. We do have we do not have... I wonder why we never play a Field of the Dead in here, because we can just make zombies. Anyway, we got 8 4s, we got our Glimmer Posts, we got our Cloud Posts, we got all the utility lands, we got Mazeth, we got Caracas, we got Dark Death, we can make copies of Dark Death with Thespian Stages, we got Bajuka Bogs for graveyards. So we got Pithing Needles. Probably one of the most important additions to this deck is the Pithing Needle, being able to name a wasteland, naming Okos, things of that nature. We got Allosaurus Shepherd. Tony Maruda put this in his deck, and he is 100% convinced that this is going to be like a mainstay into 75, just being able to cast your Green Suns or your Titans or your Rex Ages or Once Upon a Times or your Crop Rotations or Reclaimers, and they can't be countered because Allosaurus Shepherd said green spells you control cannot be countered. In our sideboard, we got Force of Vigors, Veil of Summers, Carpet of Flowers for our blue decks, Veil of Summers for our counter spells and hand rip decks. We got a Tabernacle for creature decks. We got Surgicals. We got some Mindbreak traps that said if the opponent casts 3 or more spells, it's basically for Storm. We can exile for free. We can exile all the spells on the sack. We also got a Weather the Storm for Storm and Burn. If they try to cast 3-4 spells in a row, we can cast a Weather the Storm and gain 3 life for each of those. And a Walking Ballista, and that's a green post. Here in Legacy, we're going to run it into the Manatraders series and see what we can do. So you can see I got like 9 million tabs open. So in the Manatraders series, it shows you here, for full prizes, if you're a Manatrader subscriber and you get first after the Swiss in the top 8, get $4 grand. It's pretty good value. But even if you are not a subscriber, you can still get $500. So if you just own a deck and don't want to pay for a Manatrader subscription, it's $500 that you can make. My suggestion, and this is just me, but if you think you got a deck that can win and take first place, you can come over here to rental subscriptions, and let's see our plans. You can just get the base plan, $9.95, $10. Pay for a month, play the league. If you make it in the top 8 and you win, you get $4 grand for $10. I mean, you pay what, $30-something to play in like Grand Prix in first place there. Yeah, the prize support's a little bit higher, but I mean, where are you going to get an opportunity for $4,000 with, if you own the deck? Now mind you, the $9 is if you own a deck, because 100 tickets is like a very budget deck. so that's where we're at. We're going to go back to the series. We're going to click our play a match, continue with full prizes. My deck is ready, and then it's going to pair you, and it'll explain the instructions in the pairing. So the average pairing is about 20 seconds. So it tells us here that we need to create a legacy tournament practice, best of 3, 25 minutes, choose our deck, and we need to put this waiting for Wilco Max in the comment. So what we do is we copy that, we go back to our deck here, constructed legacy tournament practice, we create, paste that in the comments, 2 player, anyone can join, we can turn on watchers, and we create. And that, my friends, is how you play this. Now, the great thing about it is, win or lose, it auto-records it for you on Manatraders. So, let's see what we can do. Playing some green post. I don't have my sunglasses. The light's really bright. So we don't have any green mana, we only have a glimmer post, so this is definitely a mulligan. Otherwise, this would be a great hand. You know, turn 1, Reclaimer, we got a double crop rotation. So, we mulligan. Still no green mana, but we got Pithing Needles, but no way to cast them. So we mulligan again. Alright, this is good. Even though we don't have green mana, we have Pithing Needles to name Wastelands. And we got our Cloud Post. So we'll probably keep the Green Suns in case the Green Suns and our Cloud Post in 1 needle. Because we got to put 2 cards back. So we'll put you back and put you back. We'll go done. And if we draw a green land, we can Green Suns for 1 to get our Reclaimer or... Okay, looks like we're playing Storm right off the bat. Opponent's down to 5 cards. He kept 7. Alright, so we did draw a forest. So what we can do is we can Pithing Needle naming Lotus Petal. And that'll cut him off that mana there. He may have only kept like a hand with 2 lands. So, forest, needle. We'll name Lotus Petal. I don't know if this is right, but we'll cut him off that mana at least. We're not in fear of being, now we're 2 turns out from getting a Titan with our Green Suns. Now, depending on what he plays on his next turn, we may just Green Suns for our Elvish Reclaimer. So he gets a drop. We could have technically named a Polluted Delta because he didn't crack it in response to this entering the battlefield. So he ponders. We did shut him off Lotus Petal, so I'm assuming this ponder is looking for another land. So one thing I did is most of the lists run Mikakoro in the sideboard, and I took that out for the Weather the Storm. I figured that Mikakoro is in there for Storm. Alright, we got a Chrome Mox. So our opponent is probably playing lands, I'm assuming. I don't know what plays Chrome Mox outside of that. No, they play that other Mox. Oh, he's playing Echo. Charbelcher. That's what he's playing. He already has his trop, so we're gonna need to go pretty quick here. So I'm thinking we probably just... Oh, we got the crop rot, so... Alright. Undo. So let's Cloud Post. Pass the turn. So he has the 2 mana. 3 mana. So he's not playing Charbelcher. Even though Echo does play Charbelcher, so... is in Charbelcher. I don't know what he's playing. I've never seen this combination of cards. Lotus Petal, Chrome Mox, Soul Tie lands. Okay, maybe it is Storm. So what we can do, if he is trying to storm here, is ad nauseum. We can crop rotate for a bazooka bog to blow up his. It's ad nauseum, I guess. Yeah, because that would go to storm. There's the lion's eye. So we crop rotate bazooka bog and take out his whole graveyard when he lion's eyes and sacks it. Rite of Flames. And keep going. Another lion's eye. Problem is now we can just go off. So it is storm. Yep. So you can play out a bunch of, hopefully just Lion's Eye and tries to Dark Red on top of it. Nope, second Lion's Eye. Mox Opal. Yep. Should have floated mana there though. So we'll definitely bring in the Mind Break traps, and we'll bring in the right now it's 7. Another Mox Opal makes 8. Yep. Dark Rit is whatever. Cause see what we do is when he tries to, cause he didn't hit a Tendrils, so when he tries to Dark Petition or whatever it is that gets the Tendrils. Granted, he has 3 Lion's Eye diamonds. Burning Wish. So Burning Wish just gets Tendrils, right? Sacks all of its Lion's Eyes. Discards its hand. Oh, he didn't get there. He whiffed. Okay. Sometimes better be lucky than good. Alright, so we want the Surgicals, we want the Mind Breaks, and we want the Weather to Storm. Kozilek can go. Titan's fine. Rex Sage is fine. Excavator. Couple Once Upon a Times. And an Expedition map. There's an argument for Force of Vigors to take out his, but he just responds and sacks everything. I think Mind Break is really our best play. Like, we mold to a Mind Break and he just really dumps his whole hand and then we just need something, anything. Well, we got the Mind Break. So, and the Weather the Storm. If we draw a land, we got like everything to beat the storm. Like we go turn 1 Allosaurus Shepherd. Now he can turn 1 us, so he might have it on turn 1, which we got Mind Break. Ponder. And this way we beat Storm. Good old trap cards. We can go straight up, Yu-Gi-Oh! You have revealed my trap card. We can also force and just hold up crop rotation to Bajuka Bog him also. Whenever he tries to Dark Petition. He didn't shuffle, so he liked whatever he had. We'll just go forest and hold up the crop rot in case he's on the Dark Petition plan. We also got Mind Break, we got Prop Rotation for Bajuka Bog. We got Weather the Storm if he doesn't go off this turn and we draw a land, which he did not. I mean, we're in no hurry. We're here to... We could name Bloodstained Mire. Because we do have Mind Break anyway. Alright, Pithing Needle. We'll name... Bloodstained Mire. Yep. Ain't getting a land off of that. So now that we're tapped out, he may try to go for it this turn, which our Mind Break trap should probably cause a concession. Always fetch in response to a Pithing Needle if you need that land. Alright. Land. Expedition map. Let's see. I think we just hold up the crop rope. 27 land deck and we can't draw a second land for Christ's sakes. Actually, we're gonna need to place... I guess we don't have to. We can discard the Wreck Sage. Ooh, that was some thunder. We may lose the stream, fellas. Another Lotus Petal. We still got Mind Break Trap. We got Crop Rot for Dark Petition. Red. Burning Wish. So he's going to get a sorcery. Yes, it has to reveal it. I want to change the music. I like this music, but I want to change something else. Burning Wish gets Peer into the Abyss. So, that's interesting. Alright, well, we pass the turn. Or, we take our turn. Good lord. We cannot draw a second land. Second land puts it away. So... It's graveyard, I don't care. Let's just throw out an Allosaurus Shepherd. I mean, crop rotation against Dark Petition is really nice, but we still got Mind Break Trap. Our opponent's drawn all his lands, though. He has 2 Bloodstained, Pithing Needle on Bloodstained Mire. You need 7 mana for that. He would have the 7 mana too to draw half its deck. Maybe now that we played something, he'll let us draw a land. I don't know what he's doing. Untap land. We need an untap land. Because then we have Weather the Storm and Mindbreak Trap. So what you do is you Mindbreak Trap against his Tendrils. With that on the... Seriously, deck? Alright, well... We'll go Expedition map. And with that on the stack, you Weather the Storm and gain 1 billion life, and then you... Oh, I forgot to attack. I'm sitting here talking and forgot to attack. He's just wanting to keep drawing land so he can do Peer into the Abyss. Alright, now we can do Peer. Alright, so I think he's going for it this turn. We will see how good this Mindbreak Trap is. Rite of Flame gets him to 5. One more spell, and our Mindbreak Trap is on this. Alright, our Mindbreak Trap is now active. This lets him peer into the Abyss. So, if we drew more lands, and we had lands, countering this peer is really good. But now we gotta let him go all the way to Tendrils. Yep. 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 Because once he Lion's Eyes, he's going to dump his whole hand. So he'll cast everything he can to make sure he can deal 20 damage. And... which is like 2 more spells. Then he sacks all of his Lion's Eyes so he can Tendrils. He has to hold priority to do that though. Yep. We just need to make sure we don't click through our counter spell. Alright, blue-red, Burning Wish, blue-red-black, blue-red, black-black, Tendrils. Alright, so we gotta let all of them come out. He assigns it all, then we get priority. Oh, yeah, the Veil of Summer. So it's probably smart to... and that's what I was saying. If we drew the second land, then we Weather the Storm on top of all of this. Yeah, because that deals 2, so we effectively gain 1 life for everything. So it's probably smarter to counter the Peer, knowing that now he has Veils. Oh wait, it still countered all of his Tendrils. Okay, I'm down with this. He can still cast another Tendrils if he has a second one. And there's nothing we can do about it. So he ponders. Our problem is we only have 1 land. Well, you don't get his Tendrils back, so... Oh yeah, we drew lands. It's amazing. Oh, pass to me. Pass to me so I can pithy needle your lion's eye diamonds. Cause the Tendrils gets exiled. Oh, that's the game! We win the match! Oh, man. We literally played one land and won the match. Yeah! Alright, so what I was telling you is in the Manatraders series, you'll see it'll... Well... Alright, here you go. You see it's already recorded our match. We played one, we won one, we need 6 more wins, 100% match. 2-0 against Wilco Max. Mindbreak Trap is an all-star. Got him! Alright, match number 2. Got about an hour and a half left in the stream. I have to be at work early, so we have a hard stop at 10 o'clock. So, whenever our... So this is a little different. Now our opponent's making a match, so we're looking for a match with Lit City with our name in it. So we go back over. We plug in our headphones because they're dying. Lit City got somebody else joined his match, which was not me, so he has to cancel it. Now this is the downfall, because it says waiting for me, and yet this guy decided to hop in with him. So, you know how brutal that would have been, Giga, if we drew that second land? Cause then it would have been, oh, well, we will we will also gain 1 billion life. Beat us now with your half a deck. So now we're gonna have to message our Lit City guy because he don't understand he needs to leave the match. Oh, that's fine. So since we can't message our opponent, who's in the wrong match... Now, this is the downfall. If they don't realize they're in the wrong match, they end up playing like half a match against the wrong person. And we have to sit here and wait. And wait for him to... Because we can't message the guy. Can we? Let's see if we can message this guy. Join new chat. Lit. Maybe we can message him. Create new. Oh, it's lit, not little. Lit. There we go. So I just let him know that he's in the wrong match. That we're supposed to be paired up.
He wouldn't be able to get the pairing if he was like in another match.
No, we can't. We can't. And also because of the way Manatraders is, he has to create the match for it to record our match. So he can get a second pairing. You can double pair or double queue, whatever you want to call it. But if he don't have chat turned on, then he don't see our chat. Like, he'll get the notification, but it won't tell him anything. So we're still waiting on our opponent. The thing is it also doesn't let us repair, I don't believe. Yeah, we can't repair. We can also choose not to join it, but we have to wait. Because we can't go back. Yeah, it's just showing us our pairing. Just trying to see. So we'll go back, we'll see if he's figured it out. Looks like he's figured it out. Nope. Still waiting. Nope, still ain't figured it out. Ho hum. So anyway, men's sumo. Hey, we won round 1 against Storm. Turns out my break trap with 1 land is really great. We literally played 1 land for like 7 turns in a row. We could not find a second land. We're just like, we got a green land, and I held it up forever because I had a crop rotation. So I was like, if he tries to like dark petition for the whatever it's called, the Tendrils, then I just like crop rotate Bajuka Bog and blow up his graveyard so he doesn't have threshold or whatever it is. And we just sat there and waited until he tried to go off, and he used Spirit to the Depths, drew half of his deck, cast a bunch of 0-cost spells. He was like, Tendrils? And I'm like, Mind Break Trap? And he goes, Veil of Summer? And I'm like, cool story, bro. Mind Break Trap still resolves. So, now we're just waiting on... Man, it is thundering like, oh, get out. I mean, we are wasting time here trying. I told the guy he's in the wrong. Okay, he just figured it out. Oh, love it. We exiled it all. Alright. Our opponents finally figured it out. So, there we go. Alright, round number 2. See what happens. Alright, we won the die roll. We would like to play first. Round number 2. American. Alright, so we got Force, we got Reclaimer, we got Caracas, we got Green Suns. Yeah, this is actually a pretty decent hand. So we'll keep. So our turn 1 is Elvish Reclaimer. Our opponent's like, I was about to win. So we got our white border 8th edition Force just for the tilt factor. Man, that music sounded like it got really loud. Are y'all having an issue hearing me over the music? So, one thing about starting off on Elvish Reclaimer, they think we're playing lands, which is great. Woo, that was a close one. I might get electrocuted up in here trying to stream Magic. I went for our opponent into a Ponder. Okay, the volume's fine. Awesome. Through my headphones, the music is like massively loud. But because I have to have fans running because it's like 10,000 degrees freaking in Florida. No kidding. We're going to have all the circuits blow today. What I would like to do is Green Suns for an Allosaurus Shepherd, since we have 2 Green Suns. Because then our green spells don't get countered. Pithing Needle. Huh. That seems better. Even though we're not worried about a Wasteland just yet. So we can Pithing Needle next turn. So let's Green Suns. X1. we'll get the Allosaurus Shepherd. Right now he's played a blue land and a ponder, so I'm guessing mono blue Delver. We're green sunning X1. If we get the Allosaurus Shepherd, then all of our green spells are uncounterable. That's where we're at right now. But so far he's played an island and a ponder. With his ponder, he chose not to shuffle and he's drawing. Don't be stream sniping me, bro. Yeah, if it's City or Traders, it's definitely show and tell. But there's been a lot of mono blue Delver going around. So, like, he could force a will this if he wanted, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. Alright, so he is going to force a negation with the days. So, that's fine, because we got another Green Suns. We can't wasteland our basics. Yep, Caracas is great. And, once again, I'm talking to chat and I forget to attack. Legacy is a game of inches. I cannot do this. Looks like blue-red Delver. Yep, blue-red Delver. So, let's see. Like, we want this green Suns. So, less Caracas. We'll spend the white mana for a needle, naming Wasteland. Then we can start getting Cloud Post off our Reclaimers. There's also an argument for naming the blue-red fetch Scalding Tarn, but we don't want our stuff to get destroyed. So he could be Teamer Delver and play an Okos, but most of them are playing just blue-red Delver. Does he... Now, here's the question. We can... Now, we can Green Suns... No. I think right now we're just gonna activate Reclaimer. Like, if he tries to bolt the Reclaimer on his turn, we can just activate it, get a Cloud Post. And then we can Vesuva Cloud Post. Yeah, posting definitely better. Naming the Wasteland is pretty good for us here. Because now we just start getting post and making... We beat Delver by making big mana plays. Like going Green Suns for 6, you know, X6. Yes, you're correct. Brainstorm for our opponent. So, when we can Green Suns X6 and hold up Caracas, which Caracas doesn't do anything against Delver, really. My brain already hurts. Mine too. So he is going to bolt, so we're going to activate. We will sacrifice this forest. We will get our Cloud Post. And we'll just start making big mana. Now we can attack and bolt our face, or he'd probably just Brainstorm. Oh, he's going to Ponder, so he can shuffle, because we don't have a shuffle land. That makes sense. If you don't like what he ponders, you can choose to shuffle. So let's see what he does with this Ponder. Yeah, definitely Ponder. Yeah, he cracked his Flooded Strands. Man, my nose is killing me. Chooses not to shuffle. He liked the 3 cards, apparently. We go to 19. Our opponent should be at 18. Thing is we can Rummanap Excavator and get back our forest, too. So, look. We got a lot of things that is not good news for us. Delver's a pretty hard matchup for us. So we'll have 1, 2, 3. We'll have 4 mana next turn. So let's... expedition map. Let's Vesuva, copy into post. Now we can crack expedition map and get another post. Man, it's pretty much where we are right. Actually, we can also get a Bajuka Bog to blow out his graveyard to turn off usefulness of Dread Horde. We could have Ramadap Excavator also to block the Dread Horde. But he still gets to attack and Lightning Bolt. Young Pyro. Okay. So how do we beat this? Well, what we can do is go get a Glacial Chasm. I'm just hoping that he doesn't have count. I hope he runs out to like... Well, he can't. If he doesn't have a counter spell for our Green Sun Zenith, it's amazing. Because we can't put Alashore Shepherd down because of the bolt. So it's not good for us. Now we can go get Glacial Chasm, which will tap down all of its mana and stop him from attacking and buy us some turns. Because we'll have 4, 5, 6 anyway. We're definitely getting some kind of land. Probably get a Glimmer Post, because then we'll gain, I don't know, 3 life. Brainstorm. What do you do with that Ponder? He did shuffle his library off the last Ponder. Now he gets a Brainstorm. Make some more dorks. So, back to 7 cards. Back to 5. Yep. No blocks, obviously. We have no creatures. Why would you ask us to block? If he has a Stifle, that'd be pretty brutal. Plays a land. Shuffles his library off the Brainstorm. We're gonna go ahead and sack Expedition Map. Alright, so we could get the Bajuka Bog. 4, 5, 6, 7. If we get Bog, well, we would have done that before he had a chance to Brainstorm. I think we'll just get Glimmer here. Because then that gets us all of our mana for Green Suns. It could be completely wrong, trust me. Alright. If you don't counter this Green Suns, he's in a world of trouble. Fact is, we only got 1 green mana. Alright, so we gain a bunch of life. We can play around the days. That's 7. Caracas plays around days. X is 7. I'm sure he has a force, because they always do. Okay, so he's brainstorming to find a force. Oh, he didn't have it. So we get a Titan. Oh, this could be really good for us. Because we have the infinite combo. Let's see, we get another post. And an eye. Where's eye? So that's 4, 8, 12. We need 1 more post mana. If we top deck a post. Because our Titan can stonewall all of his attackers. He has to have double bolt to deal with Titan. If not, we attack with Titan, we get 2 more posts, and then we have infinite with Caracas and post. And Emrakul. We take infinite turns. Oh, you had it. Alright, but we can still do it. Attacks with Arcanus. Arcanus lets him cast a bolt before we go to blocks. You are correct. That's fine. That's fine. If we top deck a post mana. Because right now we have 4, 8, 12, 15, 16. Minus 7, it's 9. We can actually Ulamog next turn, though. We can do that. Take out his 2 young Peasies. Bye, Titan. It was nice knowing you. Or if we just top deck an Emrakul. Delver. Alright. So, what do we need? 4. We got 12, 13, 14. If we top deck the Emrakul, we just win. Emrakul. Not in there. But that is a post mana. Alright. Let's do some math here. Glimmer Post. Gain a bunch of life. Alright, so we got 5 posts. That's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're 1 mana short. Right? So 19 minus 7 is what? 19 minus 7 is 12. Yeah, we're 1 mana short. Right? Yeah. 1. So 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Wait, I think we got enough mana. I think we have enough. So this is 7, right? Activate. Gets Emrakul. Emrakul costs 13. That's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that's enough. Because Emrakul is 15 minus 2 because of this. We get Emrakul. We cast Emrakul. We win the game. Right? No! We are 1 mana short! Ah! Alright, cancel. Undo all that. Alright, well we can win the game next turn. That's once upon a time. I was right, we are 1 mana short. So once upon a time. We can get Glacial Chasm. How much damage are we taking next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 at the most. We get a post. Alright. Yeah, plus 3 from here. 15, 18 at the most. And that's if he flips a Delver, it's 18. Which, I mean, with all the brainstorming, he should flip Delver. I don't think that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. He'd have to have triple bolt in hand, and we know that he's exiled 1. He's like, yikes. Our opponent says, yikes. Yeah, Emrakul's coming for you, buddy. And we're going to infinitely cast this thing. So, we have Caracas. Alright, so we should have this game. Because Emrakul's uncounterable. I mean, I said should. I didn't guarantee it. Well, double bolt don't kill us. Oh, wait, triple bolt. Alright. What do we go to? We go to 7. We play Glimmer Post. We gain a bunch of life. He has a Wasteland that does nothing thanks to our good old Pithing Needle. Alright, we should have this now. Hopefully. Glimmer Post. Gain a bunch of life. 5, 10, 18, 12, 13. Emrakul. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trying to see if we can cast it twice in one turn and just take 2 turns. But we can go ahead and get the Ulamog. Undo. Activate this. We'll get our Ulamog. Again, combat. We take our extra turn. Whew. That one turn of getting that Green Suns. And we go to combat. We annihilate her 500 million things. Attack you. Annihilator 6. Yeah, I will. Because I'm going to bounce and recast it. He goes to 3. Caracas. This. Bounce it back to my hand. Recast this. 5, 10, 12. We only need 11. Oh no, we need 12. We'll have 1 left over. Emrakul cannot be countered. Well, 7, 8. Ulamog. We'll take out his 2 Pyromancers. Alright. Whew! Against Temur Delver. So, let's bring in the Carpets. That'll help accelerate us. Let's bring in the Veils. Mindbreak, no. Tabernacle. Tabernacle's a card. We want all of this. We want all of this. Take this out, bring in Ballista. So right now we're bringing in 6. We got 5 cuts to make. Maze of Ith isn't going to help us any. So we'll switch Tabernacle for Maze of Ith. So we want the Crop Rots, Green Suns. We want the Excavator. Yeah, I think we cut the Wreck. This list generally don't play swords. So, and if they do play a swords, it's like... What do we got? Legacy Goblins, thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining the revolution. You are now part of the 99%. Well, you've always been a part of the 99%. You're just now 99% that follows me. But thank you for the follow, my friend. Alright, so we got to cut 4 cards. We got a minute and a half to figure these out. I think we can go down a couple maps. 1 Zenith. We need to cut 1 card. We'll cut 1 Once Upon a Time. That should be good. Alright, we'll cut to Kozlik. Alright, let's try it like this. Good old legacy goblins. Alright, what do we get in our opener? Are we going to mull again into Oblivion? Well, we got the Once Upon a Time to find stuff. We got the Bajuka Bog to take out his troublesome thing. We don't have Pithing Needle for Wasteland, but we can always go with Forest. So let's keep this. We can always scoop quick if we have to. We know he plays Wasteland. Turn 1 Delver's pretty good. Well, Once Upon a Time after our draw steps. See what we draw. Crop Rot. So let's cast without paying mana. Yes. That's pretty good. Get a Reclaimer. Alright. Reclaimer gets us on our way. Yes, that was so good. What the hell? I mean, we get the Reclaimer off the top, which will allow us to get our Dark Depths, and then we can Thespian stage Dark Depths for 2020. Oh, man. Yeah, crop rotation. Because now we can play like Glimmer Post. And if he wants to try to Wasteland it, we can just crop rotate it. Draw. Let us draw. It's non-basic. Petty theft. Well, that's rude. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what to do here. Let's just play our forest. We'll replay this guy. And no, we do not have Wasteland. Would be good though. We also don't have Field of the Dead, even though we could play it. Because now we can crop rotate. Yep, get in for another 3. This Delver's going to be a problem. We may have to crop rotate for our Glacial Chasm. No, we don't have to yet. Yeah, we took out the maze. Because if he wasn't on the Young Pyro plan, then maze is good. But because he can go so wide with Young Pyro, that is rude. Now that Wasteland's tapped down, we're probably going to crop rotate for a post. No, there's no sense in it. We ain't got nothing to play off of it. Wait. This takes 2. If we crop no. Yeah. Agreed. Another Delver. He is on the Delver plan with 2 cards in hand. Alright. Need something good here. Cloud Post is good. So we take 4. Yeah, we'll Glimmer. That'll offset at least 1 point of damage. Because we can always crop rotate Glimmer into a post. Does he flip the Delver? We got to be mindful of our clock, because it does take us time to beat him. He does not flip the Delver. The Wastelands are Glimmer, we just crop rotate. Yeah, we'll play the Cloud Post. Mainly what we're trying to do is get enough mana down that we can Dark Depths. Alright. I mean, could have a counter. Yes. Because if we get out Dark Depths now, we can Thespian stage and make it. So where's he at? So he'd have to have another Petty Theft for our Dark Depths. Here we go, boys! See if we can't take him to the clown show. Pass a turn. So when do we make the Dark Depths? Like in response to attacks? Well, if he attacks out, then he doesn't have any flyers. He can only deal 6 to us. He can block with a petty... Well, he only has 2 mana. So he'd have to have another land to be able to Brazen Bar to block our Dark Depths. He does get a Bolt. Man, do you think we make Dark Depths in response to the attacks? So he does have something. Yes, you're right. If he has a Stifle here, it's brutal. Okay, we'll keep this one. Make it 2020. Opponent's like, yikes again. Oh, he has a Brazen Borrower? Oh, he had the Petty Theft. I mean, he had to have exactly that. And he has 6 showing. Alright, well, you got us. Because we go to 6 here. Alright, he got us. He had to have exactly double Brazen Borrower. Alright, so... Yeah, I mean, he had 2 of them. What can you do? And it's not like I can, do anything about them. So... No, you can't. Pithing Needle... The Adventure is a spell, so you cannot... It's not like, Ninjutsu, which is an activation. So... I mean, we made the 2020. We had to do what we had to do. Yes. No Pithing Needle. That we had to play... Yeah, cool. We had to play around... But this is a good hand. Alright, we'll keep. This dude is all about these Delvers. We're still doing good. So he's guaranteeing his flip. He didn't flip. That's weird. Wasteland, hitting our cloud post. Alright. We're getting there. One short. So we run an app excavator here if it resolves and doesn't die, or it eats a bolt, that's fine. If it eats a counter spell, that's fine. We could have technically Cavernous Souls on Naga, but I want to save our Cavernous Souls for our prime time. Because if we can get like a post mana off the top. Well, no, because that doesn't help us. We mainly want to be able to play the Cloud Post out of the sideboard. So he is going to Force a Will. Exile into Brazen Borrower. Alright. You got us. You could have another, you'd have a Brainstorm to flip his Delver. He could have another Wasteland to blow up our Postland, and we're way behind. Yep, he does. Oh, he's going to take out our Glimmer Post. Okay, we're okay with this. Ponder. Because now we can Thespian Stage, copy it into a post. And then that's prime time next turn. If he doesn't have another Wasteland. This is a problem with not having Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle on Wasteland is so good. Now why you take out the Glimmer Post and not the Cloud Post, but whatever. Because next turn we can Thespian Stage and copy our post. Then our Cavernous Souls makes our Titan uncounterable. So that'd be 4, 5, 6. So yeah. So next turn, not our turn coming up, but the following turn, he is down to 3 cards. So his Ponder has to be pretty good. Wonder if he's stream sniping us. Better not be. Nope. Alright. Just saying. It's happened. He's trying to keep up all our mana. Our one of Ruminap Excavator is gone, so he's tapped out. Didn't draw another land. So here's the thing. We can Thespian Stage, guarantee a Titan next turn. I think that's what we're going to do. Because we'll copy it, copy the Cloud Post. I mean, that's if he doesn't have another wasteland. He may have been sandbagging wasteland this whole time. What did he do with the ponder? He did shuffle with the ponder. So he's definitely looking for a second land. Still don't flip the Delver, which is great for us. Oh, don't have a wasteland. No wasteland for one turn. That's all I'm asking. No wasteland! We have a shot, boys. We have a shot. 2 mana. What's he got for 2 mana? Wait, what is this? Oh, it's a Delve. 3/3 flyer. I have never seen this card in my life. Alright. So he can return any of those cards? It's alright. Ah, I got a Cavern of Souls. Naming Giant. Prime time. Can't play all the wastelands. Yes, I would like to use Prime Time's ability. Let's see. We want Cloud Post, Eye of Ugin. Yep. Alright. You have to figure out a way to deal with our Titan now. It's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then we got an expedition map. Because if our Titan attacks, it's game over. Gets back Force of Will. No, you return Brainstorm. Okay, well, you get us for 3. That's a pretty cool card. I never even knew that card existed. But Titan attacks gets 2 more post lands. That's 5. We make 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're short, but we can Ulamog. Yeah, no, I've never even seen that card. I didn't even know it existed. Oh, that's a forest. Forest. Combat. Attacks. Do you have Submerge? We can still do it if Once Upon a Time hits some post. We can't counter that, so... Goes to the top of our deck. Yeah. Wait. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh! Oh, wait. We can just expedition map and make our Emrakul. Yeah. I mean, if he has Force of Will, then we need to draw a land. Yeah, I shouldn't have used those forests, you're right. So he gets back a wasteland and takes out one of our posts, or our eye. But, yeah, he has to Force of Will this. That's what he's doing. Because if not, we make 3, get another post. Shouldn't have used both of those. You are absolutely correct. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And if he takes out an I, our I, we can just copy I with this. Finally flips to Delver. Deal 6. Should have got the Titan. Well, we can still Titan next turn and get some Glimmer Post. He attacks, probably gets his Wasteland. Nope, he returns Force of Will. So he has a blue mana, so we can't Titan with green Suns. Unless we draw the Allosaurus Shepherd. Good news is, if we draw a land, we Emrakul. Because we're down to 4 minutes. Another frog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He only has 6 cards, though. So, land. Land. That's a land! That is a land! 3, 6, 9. Doom, 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 doom. Doom. Pay to 9. Emrakul. Take an extra turn. And it was the right land. It was Caracas. Oh, wait. He can't? No. He don't even have the mana to Brazen Borrow it. Oh, man. I think we got there. We annihilate his entire board. Woo! Moving to 2-0. So, right land at the right time. Oh yeah, pro from colored spells. Okay. It's a GG. We go to our draw step. We got a walking ballista that we don't care about. Well, we do, because we can't recast our Emrakul. We go to combat. We go to attacks. Actually, we just cast a walking ballista into a Force of Will, I guess. Annihilator 6. You exile your entire board. And that's the game. GG. Top deck of Caracas. Woo! We got there. Alright, back to our play lobby. So, we are 2-0. And that was a pretty lucky. Hey, man. The story of my Magic life is it's better to be lucky than good. Okay? Remember. Coco, Corson, and I won a GP because we literally went undefeated throughout an entire second half of a tournament after 2 losses. So, better be lucky than good sometimes. Alright, I do need to take a short break. As everybody knows, I do take medications for my upcoming surgery. And, I have to stand up and stretch after a couple hours of sitting here. So give me about 2-3 minutes and we'll be back. We'll play at least one more round and see if we can't go 3-0 tonight because I have to be at work early tomorrow, so I have to cut it off at 10 o'clock. So if we're in a match at 10, then we're going to finish out the match and be done. So give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. And everybody hang out. Listen to some whatever music is playing, and we'll get into the next round. Alright. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being patient with me. Like I said, I apologize, but with a neck injury, sitting still is pretty brutal. So, I am back, if I can remember to actually turn on. And, well, I hate breaking up the stream that way for a pause. But, I'm here for you guys. Oh, thank you, man. I worked really hard on getting those implemented. I spent like an entire weekend doing that. Alright, let's go into probably our final match just because of how long it takes us to play a game or a match. If I did not have to be at work early, so we make this comment. Oh, we're probably playing goblins. So we can beat goblins. We just need our glacial chasms and a bunch of lucky top decks. So, I'm assuming we're playing goblins. Thank you for the compliment, though. I love. I spent like a whole weekend working on those transitions. All right, I won the die roll. Yes, I would like to go first. Let's have a good starting hand. It's not bad, actually. Green suns, so we crop rotate into our cloud posts. So land, yeah, we'll keep. If it's goblins, it's a really good hand, because green sun gets our titans. Hopefully we just draw a post. That would be the best. Okay, I have no idea. Gobbo Boy fooled me with his name. He got me. He got me. Into a forest? Okay, so it looks like lands. We're actually really good against lands. And here's the life from the Loam to get back his wastelands. We really need a top deck of Pithing Needle, name Wasteland, or Mox Diamond, one of the two. That's an expedition map. Kind of wanted that next turn. So expedition map, play a forest. See if we can't find us a Pithing Needle's really good against him. We just named Wasteland and we named Mox Diamonds. He can dredge life from the Loam. Gets a Rishid import. Really need Pithing Needle for... We need 2 needles now. So we do bring in the Force of Vigors to take out his Mox Diamonds. It'll cut him off of mana. We can beat this. We can beat this. Dark Depths. Can't beat it that quick, though. What do we got to bounce at Dark Depths? I don't know. We can crop rotate for a Bajuka Bog to take him off this life from a Loam. That might have been the better play. Turn off that life from the Loam. Like when he discarded all his lands. I should have thought about that at that point. Because then that would have took out 2 wastelands too. Alright. Should have thought about that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and crop rotate here. Let's get... Oh, Caracas. So we'll save a crop rotation for a Caracas and... Or Caracas that bounces Dark Depths. That's what we'll do. So let's get a Cloud Post. A Vesuva. Vesuva does copy the post. If we Vesuva copy Dark Depths... Alright, Vesuva, Cloud Post. Because now we can crop rotate for a cloud post and green sun's edicts for a titan. That'll get us... If he doesn't have... Because we know he has a wasteland. So he can dredge life, wasteland us, get back wasteland. There's a wasteland. So now we'll crop rotate on this to get another cloud post, because he doesn't have explore out, so he can't play double wasteland. Now if he has an explorer in his hand, we're just post. But next turn, 4, 5, 6. So next turn, we can green suns for a titan. Thespian stage. That's interesting. We can't green suns for a titan. So what we can do, since we have 2 green suns, we can do this. Actually, hold on. Let's think here. If we tap this for 2, get another post off of this, play the post, that's 3, 4. Green suns for an excavator. We know he has Rishid import that he can tap down our posts with. So we need as many posts as possible. So I think we just green suns for an excavator. Then we can tap this to go get another post. So let's green... Oh, wait. Cancel. Play this. That was stupid. Alright, so now we can green suns for a Rex Sage to take out his Mox Diamond. Or we just get the excavator, and then next turn we can play the post and guarantee us the green suns for a titan. Let's do that. X is 3. Play X. Done. Because we need excavator. Yeah. Because now if he wastelands us, we can just get it back. And we can sack this for another post. So we're doing pretty good. We're okay. End step. Because now if he wastelands us, we just get a post back. Or we go get... If he tries to port our forest, and we just go and get a forest. Or he just has a Dark Depths. So now... we're in a whole nother predicament. Since he Dark Depths there, let's go this. We'll get... Because Caracas... Yeah, let's get Caracas. Because even if he makes a, so we cloud post. So now, this, that's 6. Green suns for Titan, get post, get 2 glimmer posts. That puts us above Dark Depths damage, and if he makes the Dark Depths, then we can Caracas to bounce it. And play an expedition map, which allow us to Bajuka Bog. Sorry, there's a lot of thinking going on here. I think we just green suns. Hold on 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody beating on the door or something. I don't know. So this puts us above his dark depths. So even if we take 20, we just go to 4, and then we can play Caracas and bounce it. No attacks. I don't want to lose my excavator, because he can still wasteland us. I would attack with my Titan to get more post. Yep, alright, alright, alright. So he makes his dark depths. Hits us for 20. He only has 3 mana, so if he wastelands us, he still only has 20. We get hit for 20, we go to 4. But then we can Caracas it on our turn and attack with Titan. Get more post. So he's looking at punishing fire because he knows we're Caracasing. He has to. So we Caracas. We can return this. Get that out of here. Let's go to combat. Trigger. Yes. From here, we get Glimmer Post and Ayavugan. Now we can make more post mana. Let's use this Glimmer Post for an expedition map. Oh wait, undo. Let's actually go to damage. Alright, 9. Damage is done. Now let's Glimmer Post for an expedition map, which allow us to get another utility land if needed. Let's play you for Reclaimer. Now we can get our own Dark Depths. Yeah. I mean, also copy as Wasteland. If he plays a Wasteland and doesn't use it, I'm guessing this is punishing fire. Yeah. Which is fine. We go to 10. We can still sack this to get another post. Alright, we won. Whew! Whew! Alright. Want the surgicals. No. Carpet, no. Veil, no. Oh, Force of Vigors, yes. So we want this. Kozilek can go. Rex Sage is meh. It's another green target. Hold on. One, I don't know. Maybe that's Thunder. Allosaurus Shepherd isn't anything in this match. Rex Sage can probably go. Go down one map. We want this needle. That's what we want. Naming like Thespian Stage and Bajuka Bog is good. All of our lands are good. We need to cut 2 cards. Let's go 1 Green Suns and maybe just 3 Forces. Yeah, we'll go 3 Forces. Alright. Alright, alright. Whew. Alright, here we go, boys. It's not very good. It's okay if we... Yeah, I think we got a mulligan this. Alright, so we got a needle. We got crop rotation, we got a forest, we got dark depths, we got Vesuva. We can keep this. Get rid of the dark depths. Done. Let's see what our opponent can do. Thespian stage. I'm okay with this. Forest, needle, wasteland. That'll turn on everything else. Ideally, we draw a cloud post. Didn't want to draw that. Oh, and he had the wasteland? Hey, yo. Cause see, we can always crop rotate for an eye once we get enough cloud post mana to cast our stuff. Oh, he had double wasteland. Once upon a time. Cause we'll Vesuva that. Cast once upon a time. Ulamog is really good. So that'd be 4. That'd be 3, 6, 7, 8. We'll be so close. Actually, we can get there. Let's take the Ulamog. Yes. Ulamog. Vesuva. Cloud Post. Cause now we can play a Glimmer, be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll be 1 short. Yeah, well, 1 short. That's fine. 2 turns. 2 turns we Ulamog. It's going to copy a forest, which is smart. Dark Depths. So now we can make a 20/20, but we're going to gain life, so we're okay with that. Actually, he makes the 20/20, and we just crop rotate. Cloud Post. That gives us a 23. We crop rotate, Caracas, bounce it. Because we got 3, 6, 7, 8. So this would be 4, 8, 9, 10. So we definitely have it next. We have Ulamog next turn. We can crop rotate to get our Caracas and bounce his. If he makes it right here, makes his Dark Depths right here, then we just crop rotate, Caracas, bounce the token. For Caracas, bounce the dude. If he does nothing, we Glimmer Post and kill his token. He's deciding. That Pithy Needle was so clutch. Alright, he decided not to make the token. Could have a Rishid import to tap down our post. But if he does... Oh, he's tapping that? Okay, so he goes Exploration. Plays out another stage. A bog. Yeah, whatever. So what we'll do is we'll force him to use the stage on our turn. Oh, another post. So this, that'd be 4, 8, 9, 10. No, we gotta play the Glimmer. 4, 8, 9, 10, hold up, crop rotate. Okay. And 4, 8, 9, 10, Ulamog. Trigger. Thespian stage. And his forest. So now he should activate the Thespian stage. Then we'll crop rotate for Caracas, bounce the token. Because we're exiling 2 Thespian stages here. So he pretty much has to use it now. Yep. Yep. Once that token comes in, we crop rotate our Glimmer Post. We get Caracas. We return a legendary. That's probably the game. We have an Ulamog. Because now we mill 20 cards and beat him in the face for 10. That's probably the game. That was some good sequencing there, if I do say so myself. I don't pat myself on the back that much, but that worked. So he's trying to decide if he has a way out now. That Pithy Needle on the Wastelands was so clutch. Like hyper clutch. So, I mean, I'm not going to say we're good. But we attack with Ulamog, return Ulamog, cast it again, and take out 2 more lands. And we should be good after that. Because that'd be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we can't do that. We can't punish him. Oh, he's going to gamble? I don't know what he's gambling for, but... Force of Vigor. Take out our Pithing Needle. Alright, that's the game. Game, set, match. We got there. GG to our opponent. So, let's see where we're at. We're 3-0, and unfortunately, like I said, I have to work early. We don't have time for another match. I do want to thank everyone that's coming out. If you want to see these 3 matches, they will be uploaded to YouTube. So you can go check them out at the YouTube. If Giga's around, he'll post a YouTube link for us. Outside of that, I do want to thank those that followed us. We had a couple of offline, offline follows. So Enrique L. Rinaldi. Enrique L. Rinaldi. God, I'm so bad at this. Anyway, Enrique Rinaldi, thank you for the offline follow. Legacy Goblins, thank you for the online on-stream follow. So I want to thank everybody that comes out. Remember, I do this for you guys because, you know, I can't play Magic full-time as a career because I just don't make no money doing it. Everything I do, I put in myself. I never ask you guys for subs because that's not who I am. I'd much rather earn your sub. So, but I will ask you for a follow. And if you watch the video on YouTube, I ask you to just subscribe and like. That is also free. I know how tough it is, so I'll never ask you guys for money, ever. So I just appreciate you coming out. Mensuma coming out tonight. Good friend of mine. Great Magic player. Hasn't played in months, though. But tomorrow, check us out. We'll be doing Historic on Tuesday. We'll be playing Kethis combo, even though Teferi is banned. We'll see if we can do some good with Kethis combo tomorrow night. Outside of that, I would thank each and every one of you guys for coming out and watching us. We did go 3-0 tonight, so we just need 4 more wins before the end of the month to qualify. And that's about it. That's all I got for you guys. So thank you for joining the revolution tonight. Remember, you are the 99%. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out of here.